today. From FedEx Field in...
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from FedEx Field.
Cavante Turpin now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Prescott.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. That one goes for 8 yards.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. Established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Play fake. Here's Prescott.
Left side to Lamb.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Down at the 31. A give to Elliott running left. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Play action now, Prescott.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here is Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive.
And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Throwing on first down. Daniels. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, Daniels. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Daniels. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin from 8 yards out.
And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Looking to throw. Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. Down right around the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Prescott now on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
On 1st down, Daniels. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Daniels.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Somebody hit that many shots from that many different angles.
Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
That's making the NBA, not watch. Another thing that people tend to talk about. What else is it that I wrote down that make people feel like they don't want to watch the NBA? Oh, the World Series, the president election. Oh, this is not a part of what got the ratings low. What actually has the ratings low, from my vantage point. Now, I don't know if you agree with this stat, but this is what I would say. I think it's solely based upon superstars missing games. When you already know that the attraction that you're coming there for is not guaranteed to be playing, it's almost like going to school with substitute teachers. We're not going to act right with a substitute teacher. We're going to run amok because there's nobody there. And then when the teacher comes back, we act right. It's the same way when it comes to, imagine you go to see, you finally go to Milwaukee. You really don't want to be in Milwaukee. But since we're here, we're going to watch a game with the Bucks. And now Giannis is not playing. Then you can go out to L.A. and then Anthony Davis is not playing. It wouldn't matter what team you're talking about. 80% of the teams have people resting players. So let's say we finally had some business with going to Philly, and now we're in Philly, and now Embiid is not playing. This is a travesty to the league that people are making more money than they've ever made before, and they can't figure out how to play the games that they're getting paid for. This is not the NFL. You're not getting injured every play. You need to be playing, and you need to get better trainers than the people that you have training you that got you not even able to play 82 games straight. I blame all of this on low management. I blame all of it on low management. They need to stop it. You should be fined for doing it. I don't care who made it up. It's ruining the NBA.
2 plays, 75
That's
yards
actually a great point, and I have to completely agree with you. I was looking through players that, I want to watch who are injured right now. There's Porzingis, Lonzo Ball, Jokic is missing his 3rd consecutive game. Aaron Gordon's out, Kawhi, John Morant, Steph is day-to-day. Giannis is out, Zion's out indefinitely. Now Chet's hurt, Paulo Banchero's out, KD's hurt, Tyrese Maxey's hurt, Wemby's missing his 2nd straight game. All these players are out. Who am I supposed to watch?
After giving up 6 the last time on the field.
Come on, man.
Even down to Maurice's point, it's all these side applications that you need to watch a single game. I have League Pass, of course. If I want to watch a game with my area, they have blackout dates. So now I can't even watch the game that's close to me because we have blackout day. If it's in your area, so say you live in LA and the Lakers have a game around there, you won't be able to watch it on there. You have to watch it and then get cable and watch it there. So there's all these different platforms that you have to watch the game on. If you're just trying to watch the game, and even down to All-Star, I went to my first All-Star earlier this year. Okay, I'm excited. We're gonna watch the dunk contest, and then you got this boy. No offense, because he's grinding. Shout out to him, Max McClung. He's a G League player. I didn't even go to All-Star to watch Max McClung.
He did exactly
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm trying to say.
This is a good point.
Another no-show. This speaks of another no-show. The players that should be in the dunk contest are not even in the dunk contest. This is exactly what I'm saying. It's low management. Because, you know, we're not going to say when I was growing up, but just think about that. What would a dunk contest be like that had Ja Morant in it, LeBron James in it, you know, Ant-Man in it? That's going to add to the viewership because you're watching a crazy dunk contest. You're watching Ant-Man goes against Ja Morant, and Ja Morant going against LeBron. And let's say by now LeBron will probably be on his third dunk contest. His third dunk championship. And then somebody like Ja, if you jump out the gym, this is where we want to see that.
Instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And to have them not compete at these things is like it's taking a lot of the tradition away from the sport. And when you take tradition out of the sport, you're going to lose a lot of viewers because that's a part of the sport. It would be like going to see the Major League Baseball All-Star, and they didn't have the home run thing.
Throw left side complete.
That's a part of baseball.
Yeah, it is. And even to add to that, I know that the NBA is trying to be innovative, and they had in the in-season tournament, which I'm, getting adjusted to. I went last year. It was a super cool experience, especially given that the Lakers won the first ever thing to add.
I hate it. I simply hate it. I'm not a hater neither, but I hate that. It gives AU vibes, and people are grown. I hated the bubble too. I'm so traditional. I don't even count the bubble championship. When people bring it up, I tell Gil, I said, that's not really a championship. You be like, but they won one in the bubble. Bro, I don't count that.
It'll be a loss of a couple on
it does count, but you do have your opinion.
I'm just saying, I don't count.
You don't like it.
In Title Town, we don't count that. We don't count that. It's like a YMCA trophy. We don't count it. You get a medal, like I remember my son got a little YMCA medal. I took it off him. He said, why you take it off? I said, y'all didn't win anything. They just gave you one. We're not even bringing it home. Give it back.
I feel like it's like participation.
Yeah, it's a participation trophy.
I think the country. Yeah, go ahead, Maurice.
And his kick is good.
No, he made a great point. I didn't even think about that. Just the fan base and people who traditionally buy tickets. These people love tradition. And that's what they fell in love with. I didn't even think about that. People fall in love with tradition. And the people who patronize the stadium or people who sit down and watch these things, if the tradition is taken out, then the thing that they feel that they fell in love with, they don't want to watch anymore. And so all this, low management and all these other factors of how they traditionally just on their entertainment. And we're talking about the people who want to turn on the TV and their home bodies. It's not like, it's more people. There's more people who body tradition who wants to sit there and get his TV, trying to want to go to games or millennials who love their fans. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and before you lynch us for saying tradition, I want you to think about this. It would be like somebody like Stephen Curry never being a part of the three-point contest. How can you shoot that great and never be a part of that contest? To the point now, the other guys who shoot well don't show up. Now we got to add women to the three-point contest. We got to do all of these non-traditional things. So
oh my God!
Like that. The same thing is happening in boxing. People that are fighters, they don't fight the people they supposed to fight. What's the use of being a fighter? You're not going to fight the people you should fight. This is why we're losing fans everywhere. I'm really a UFC guy right now. That's the only sport I really watch. I don't watch boxing. I only watch UFC because at UFC you have to fight. Shout out to my dojo.
Throwing on first down.
What are you doing at the dojo? We get an answer to that.
Drop a fucking interception, bro.
Shout out to Nick and my trainers at my dojo, Yeah.
I have to see that. I actually disagree with you a little bit, and maybe it's because of Gen Z. but like I like the innovative stuff, even down to like Steph and Sabrina doing the contest together. Like this is the time. Like WNBA has so much viewership right now. This is the time to actually incorporate them. Like Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark shooting against Steph Curry. Like
no, I love them doing it. I'm saying I didn't want it to happen because guys don't show. I love the fact that Sabrina can compete against Stephen Curry, and they said now we got unisex trophies. You get what I'm saying? Versus guys using the woman's bathroom. Now we got unisex trophies. This is what I'm dealing with these days. Listen.
And they're gonna get him. They bring it down to sack.
You got it, man.
When people say against NSL, like, they look at millennials and Gen Zs as transient kids, right? You can buy a ticket here and there, you may go for an experience, but the people who they want to sell tickets to see understanding a few tendencies, guys my age, I'm 41, right? So they're trying to figure out how do we get those guys in there to sit down, watch TV, watch the games, buy, and consume content to Vince's point. People who got tradition, they'll get turned off once you start throwing some stuff in there. And I think that's what everybody's complaining about. I just think it's a good conversation. I hear you loud and clear with you being younger, liking the newer and fresher stuff. So I just think there's a balance of more as to what heavy on nutrition style.
Yeah, no, and you're making a totally valid point. I understand where you're coming from. Because at the end of the day, like, yes, Gen Z and millennials are consumers too, but like, we're not, especially my age, we're not at that point. I mean, but a lot of us are not at that point where we're getting bred like that to be having ourselves in those seats to watch those things, because you got to get a flight, you got to get a hotel, you got to get tickets. I mean, if you're an influencer, you know, packages are free. They're getting those deals to go. But if it was like streamed on like Twitch and they give like, you know, like a one-time little fee that people can tap in and watch, I think you would have more of us supporting these. But even down, like, honestly, like, price-wise, like, it's not cheap for people, especially younger, to go and watch these games. Like, you want to support your favorite players, artists, all that, but it's like, we don't, I keep saying we, a lot of us, my age, not me, don't have the bread to go be able to go do things like that. So it's a little bit difficult. And then just real quick, back to the in-season tournament, the people at the top of the ladder, like, winning right now, like, Group B is, like, the Pistons on top. Group C, the Hawks are on top. No shade to those teams because they're doing their thing in the cup, but it's like, when we go and go see the tournament, the semifinals and the finals in Vegas, people want to see teams like the Warriors. People want to see teams like the Lakers. People want to see teams like the Celtics. So when you're not having those teams, it's kind of like, okay, people are losing interest over time, and that's just what's going to continue to happen until some things start getting figured out. So that's my little 2 cents. Hopefully we see some changes because viewership shouldn't be declining. I think a lot of people want to tap in and support the league. We do have a lot of players who are on the come up. But as long as they can stay not getting injured, and things get a little bit more affordable and innovative to a certain extent where you still have traditions for people who have been watching and supporting the game, they can figure out a little happy medium.
Yeah, and I respect both male basketball and female basketball. I respect all women's sports and men's sports. I just think it's time, if you want to be innovative, add on to tradition. Don't break down tradition to try something out and lose the tradition, because that's where you're losing yourselves at. I think when you think of even increasing a business, you don't lose your old clients to get new clients. People do this in music. They try to run after a new crowd, and they end up losing the crowd that they did have. You want to add on to the fan base that you had, and that's what the NBA has done. They have tried to go after new people, and then going after the new, they've lost a lot of the old subscribers, you know, with a lot of the things they've done. And really, they should have come up with innovative ways and hired a team to say, how can we grow this fan base? Yeah, we want to go to Tokyo. We want to play games in London. Yeah, all of that is great. But don't forget to have a great all-star game here in the States. Don't put all your efforts going outward and not take care of home.
Throwing.
Very good point. Kind of in your words, keep the main thing the main thing.
Keep the first thing the first.
Keep the main thing.
The first thing. First things first. I pop.
The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
Okay, this was a great discussion. In the comments down below, let us know what you guys think about NBA viewership declining. We're going to go to break. When we return, we got to talk about the Sixers. Don't go anywhere.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give you unsolicited advice.
Mitchell at 25.5 points to higher.
Absolutely sure.
Since the win streak is over, since we finally know the Cavs are human, I'm actually going to go higher than 25.
Okay. Evan Mobley is at 6.
We're not going to let Mo do Cam Spark.
Okay.
Mo, who are you hitting?
I'm going higher. He's
Oh, she tried to just ignore you, Mo. Like you're not here.
He's bad. Imagine, like, and he's bad.
Back within a point.
You got to. Okay.
See, this is what I mean about tradition. That represents the new innovation. Mo, you represent tradition. And she's just trying to walk you out the door, you know?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Evan Mobley is at 16.5 points. Maurice,
they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
What do you think, higher or lower?
Here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few. As
Yeah, we get to see if Mo know what he's talking about. So we're going to save these picks. What's the question again?
Yeah, Evan Mobley, 16.5
reached
points.
halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
Higher, let's go higher.
Okay, and Brandon Ingram is at 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists. You have higher or lower?
Mo, what would you say? Let's see if Mo know his basketball.
The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it
rebounds,
first as we are back underway.
36.5 for Brandon.
And that'll carry over the
Would you say
back line of the end zone for a touchdown.
Brandon, lower.
I'm gonna go with the people
Here come
on
the
this.
Commanders for the first
You know,
possession of the
normally
third
I
quarter.
go different, but I'm gonna see if the people are right, you know, because I'm normally right.
Success running the
The
ball
people
in
as a
quarters
game
1 and 2, and
The
they got the
people,
lead.
yeah,
Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
I get a new nickname every week.
The people, yeah, I'm gonna go with you guys.
If you guys like these pays, remember you always get a free pick if you're not already an underdog. So make sure to support the show. Sign up now and you can make your picks too. Let's talk about the Sixers. This has been a very episode. Everybody's so down in the
It's
dirt.
somber. It's so somber at 6
To throw on
I
third
don't know what's
down.
going on.
Daniels.
But they needed to figure out what's going on, so they held a team meeting after falling to 2 and 11 the other night. And it's reported Tyrese Maxey called out Joel Embiid for being late to all team activities and everything. Basically said how it impacts the locker room from other players to the coaching staff. So obviously that's something you never want to hear from players on the team. Maurice, after hearing that information, what do you think about the Sixers team as a whole? And then basically Maxey having to call out their star player.
Damian Wilson to drop him behind the line of scrimmage.
It's great leadership. You know, sometimes
and that leads us
people
to
just
second
need to
and
face the
15.
reality of like that they're not holding up to the agreement that either organizations or teammates have. And so when you're doing like Tyrese Maxey, you probably spent the whole season, for lack of better words, doing everything that you could
catches in the first half, and this one
against
number
the team,
5.
making fucking sacrifices, probably not going out as much as you probably would or could or
Back to
that you
throw.
want to. And
Daniels.
you've come and say, hey man, I want to make a championship run. I
Nowhere
want
to
to
go
get deeper
here.
into the
He lost the
playoffs.
football.
Depending on Joel Embiid to basically be here. And when you showing up to meetings late, stuff that you can't control, and you get paid millions of dollars, it's like you don't give a fuck. And so people feel this way when people show up either late or they seem disinterested and you don't say something at first, right? You just hoping that either the coach or somebody above you corrects the situation. But when you see that either ownership or coaches are calling somebody, it gets to a point where you just be like, man, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, you have to do better if we want to be better. And sometimes I think getting better requires you to deal with reality. And once you deal with reality, once you mature and deal with reality, then you can build and become better. But until you have moments like this, that make people kind of come face to face and pause if they with each other and regardless of where they're really at, you can never get better. So shout out to Tyrese Maxey. Great leadership move, and I think it's going to bode well for the Sixers going into the season. Continue to do before the ball's even snapped.
Yeah, I think what you said has a lot of validity to it. When you think of being just a leader, you have to be responsible to make the hard decisions. And I think this Sixer team just keep choosing comfort. Pause. They keep choosing comfort, and the road to championships is not comfortable. It's the things that you figure out that make you a champion. It's the things that you figure out in life that make you successful.
You gotta be kidding me.
When it comes down to these type of athletes, they have to understand that when Joel Embiid is finding himself missing all these different programs or meetings that Maxey is talking about, these are the things that make champions. So when he's crying at the end of the season, this is why he's crying. Because this continuity, even when it comes to Paul George not having him a part of this team, for the duration of the season, is all going to come back to bite them. Pause. It definitely is. Because you need these things to even get that continuity together to actually make a championship run. So everything I'm seeing here is alarming. Even though he's talking about it, it's still a problem. And it's a problem because I can be late, you can be late, Stat can be late. And each time that we're late, if somebody comes to me and they're like, I apologize. Even if they're doing that thing over and over, it's the accountability that's letting you know they still think of this as wrong. But when somebody's just not showing up for something and they're not acknowledging it, then it's given a different conversation. And I think that's what always been the case with Joel Embiid, that he wants to win, but he wants to win on his own terms. He's not willing to do what it takes to really win no matter what. And I think this is what all the champions have understood, figured out, and that's why they're entitled talent. And all those who don't win or end up on losing teams, they all have the same ideology that he has, which is comfort over championships.
Very good point. I'm just glad, Maxey has good enough relationship with Embiid to hold him accountable, because somebody has to tell them. Even just looking versus the Heat, which we're not really playing on good right now, they only scored 11 points, and then Kyle Lowry had 0 points. It's just unacceptable. The only player who's really out right now is Tyrese Maxey. So when you have all of your players in, there's just no reason for them to be at the bottom of standings. Like, everybody was making fun of the Pistons, everybody was making fun of the Wizards. Like, there is no reason, and I don't think anybody expected the Sixers to even be in this situation they're in right now. Because, like, y'all are all playing. So it's like, I don't know how many talks y'all need to have. I don't know any breaks. I still think Embiid doing, Team USA, he should have sat his ass home. He was going to act like this during the season because it's not working.
Stop. I want to ask you, what happened to the Spanish guy?
And he gets it shy of the
he's hurt right now.
Triple J.
Yeah, he's hurt right now.
I haven't heard his name.
Yeah, he's hurt right now, but
hurt all season.
Not all season.
Right,
I don't know what you haven't even heard anything about the Heat because they're just not doing what they do.
I was just asking about Triple J because you was so Triple J.
I mean, he's still a tough player. Like, I still give him that, and you guys know newer players.
Come on, Ferguson.
Always give them their flowers and doing their thing. I've been real quiet because the Heat is not heating up yet.
Shout out to Triple J. What happened to Rozier? Is he down there?
Yeah, he's over there too, yeah. That's what I said, everybody.
Yeah, shout out to Mama Rozier. What's going on?
I literally don't know. The Heat just got to figure it out. Everybody's slow to come right now. But as far as
the Heroes still down there?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Hero family. Maybe we need to give shout outs to the whole Miami. Shout out to Bam.
And I think that one might have been intercepted.
Maybe when we give shout outs, we'll start playing better. Like, sometimes that happens. Like, Mace will say a player, and then all of a sudden they're like back. Like,
is Jimmy Butler still there?
Yes, he is.
Shout out to Jimmy Butler, man. Yeah, shout out to Jimmy Butler. Emo thug.
5 yards. Now it's third and
Yeah,
5.
surely we are, but I don't know. Everybody's slow moving right now. I don't know. Like, I don't know if the cup is making people tired. I don't know. I don't even have a reason for it.
Shout out to Pat Riley. Shout out to Suppostra.
Everybody.
Who else we need to shout out for them to start?
God damn, bro!
He was the one who helped call the team meeting, but he had 0 points versus the team. Played 16 minutes.
Yeah, the triple 0.
0 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound.
He came very close to making that a first down.
That's why everybody's pointing fingers at everybody on the
Oh
Sixers
my
right now.
God, bro.
That's worse than that bad. We gotta get a new name for that. I gotta call Killer after this show. What do we call that? It's worse than a triple single.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes
he could have had one point. He could have had the Trinity. 1 point, 1 rebound,
and then execute
and 1 assist.
Amen. No, 0
He gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. 3 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
It just comes. I don't care if it's high school, college, professional sports. If you're trying to win a championship and that's what you're trying to do it, everything matters. And I'm pretty sure Tyrese Maxey understands clearly that the reason they're not winning is that they're not doing all these little things right. Showing up to meetings on time, being practice on time.
You got to know as a quarterback it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive back.
Goes to show you why they're in this situation. Hence the reason why they ran with this Caleb with him basically having to call him out because
a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's brought down, but not before they get across the 20-yard line.
I mean, basketball wins
some room to
just point blank come down to the 3 things. Whoever get the most, whoever dominates the rebounds, whoever had the best wing, the defense is normally going to win the game. Best wing defense and who dominate the boards. And people make it about so many other things. That's really all this about. Who has the best perimeter play and who dominate the boards. You're really going to see a team lose that does those 2 things.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Okay, and then some news about Spurs coach Greg Popovich. He suffered a mild stroke earlier in the month. We're all hoping he has a speedy recovery. That's never news that we want to hear. He's expected to make full recovery, but his return has not been determined. Maurice, what are your thoughts on the news? And what does his absence mean for the Spurs?
So they'll get 8 out of that completion.
I'll answer him first. One, he's been a leader for so long, and I'm pretty sure, I love him as a person. He's a very outspoken and independent thinker in a world where you have a bunch of copycats and people just shoot this video. I will say that that's one thing.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a first down. Set for this next drive.
How about this? I see him do enough interviews, and I've heard enough of his sound bites, and I've seen his demeanor from those elements of what I've seen. I'm kind of like him because he tends to have an original opinion that is thoughtful from what he thinks about how he views the world. And he doesn't do a lot, but when he talks about his life and politics and everything else, it's almost like he's cool and basically, hey, I coach for the Spurs and I enjoy coaching basketball. I'm still a human being, and this is my opinion on life and politics and everything else. So I respect people who just are in corporate situations who just have original opinions. That's my thought on that. But I think that he's done enough for the organization to have great assistants step in and basically take over the reins while he's out.
Oh, so you love him.
How the fuck you drop it? God damn!
We wish he just couldn't connect.
Send them back to the drawing board.
So you love him,
Buying time is left.
This one's going to turn into a conversation. Sorry, you got me out here.
That was fun.
It's to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction.
No
Now he didn't choose to
clocking out.
run it instead, but it's all the field work and made a
I
nice
would say
pick up to get
this,
a new set of downs.
Popovich has done a great job at the Spurs. I mean, he's a first ballot, I believe, Hall of Famer, inducted in 2023. His health has come under attack. You're looking at a guy that has been a stellar coach in every sense of the word. Plays the game, get his players to play the right way. First guy I remember in the new millennium still having players use the backboard for, bank shots, all of that type of stuff. And to think about him having an undisclosed illness is really startling, and it's something to take great concern with. Now, he's the guy that I believe introduced load management, and I can see him taking the journey and the path of load management. But these players don't need this. I think that when it comes to the Spurs, it's going to be a great transition. I think he'll transition into like Tim Duncan or somebody else doing those things. And I think it will be a great transition for the organization. I wish him the best, wish his family the best, and hope he has a speedy recovery. But it may be just the time to change the reins a little bit.
Okay, and then this last topic we're going to talk about has to be a little uplifting because it's been so this team's ass, this team's a quarterback, let's Jason Tatum. He makes a $200 million bid to bring the WNBA to St. Louis. He bid the money up and hopes to lift up his community. His recent WNBA rule change that allows NBA players to take ownership stakes in teams, opening new avenues for investment and representation in women's sports. Reese, do you like this idea from Jason Tatum? And then can you see more athletes kind of having their foot in, whether it be WNBA, women's sports in general? How do you feel about this idea?
Well, one, I became a big fan of Jason Tatum today for another reason. He sits actually in New Jersey to Coach Ryan today at Ohio State. So I didn't realize he was an Ohio State fan, so he's my guy now. Shout out to Jason Tatum, we love you.
So an interesting call there to take the three, and I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there. Hoping maybe on defense they can get better
proud that he wants to bring something back to his hometown.
And then have a chance to attack the end zone.
Every headline that I've ever read about the WNBA is that they constantly lose money.
Daniels.
And just being a businessman, I don't think that there's anything that I would invest in that they're just public perception and just this narrative thing, especially when it keeps losing money. And I just remember sometimes, and I want this to be taken the right way, they said if you typically bring a person a large opportunity to a black man, it's typically that you've had a bunch of white men back. So I was always heard that. And for him to be
first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Crazy.
But you get where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking about this thing that anything you bring to a black man is because a lot of white men pass.
Contact, but unable to reach the 40.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's why I have to frame the context the right way. They said if it's a large opportunity, chances are some white man would have had a chance to jump on it and pause and take advantage of it. And usually when it comes to a black man, because white dudes didn't want it.
It's Eckler again.
I don't want to say this for every case, but when you think about $200 million to be invested, I'm pretty sure there's somebody else who's seen that same opportunity and said they'll pass, and they probably sold it to him and said, hey, you're doing good for your hometown.
There's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's what that's about.
That's wild. So you think he's looking at it like a big come up, and they're like, nah, we just they on the golf course. So, I let the nigga get a team, you know.
And what I'm focusing on
this is what I would say. When it comes to these type of situations,
he's played well in between.
I hate when people say they're bringing something back to the community. It's so many ways you can help the community. I don't know if the WNBA is a way to help the community, but I understand the selling point of how that sounds. In so many other ways you can help the community. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not against Tatum. I wish him all the best. It sounds like dry hating, but I'm not dry hating. I do wish him the best. I wish this team in St. Louis do very well. Yeah, go ahead, Mo. Since you keep cutting me off.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
My mother used to tell me I'm too direct. She said, you just say anything the right way.
Oh my God, y'all hate it so hard, dude.
Okay.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough.
But would you ever spend $200 million on anything when you have a full-time job doing another thing? And that's where I get conflicted with. This is just owning business, right? If I put like $200 million requires you to have a full.
This is so fake, dude.
So many fouls, so many warnings, so many
catches. It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ballgame. The wrong choice on that one goes incomplete.
Things that other people are doing. That's the issue I have with it. And you're acting like you're opening a community center.
God damn it, man!
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's what I was saying.
Just letting you know, as a person on the outside, looking from the outside, did his stats sound like he's forte?
But he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another
he's always talking about he's with Ohio State. Now, he's his guy. You've been hanging out with Killer. You're shooting your friends. Just letting you know that. You're shooting at your friends.
Well, I'll add, because this is supposed to be a positive game.
Yeah,
I like the effort. I appreciate Tatum for trying to make a difference in the community. I had a point in the
community stat.
No, it is.
I'm going with you, Mo. This has nothing to do with the community. If you're losing money, but you're spending it on ladies, guys lose money all the time spending it on.
No, but it's showing his support. He's like, look, WNBA is growing. I support y'all. This is my hometown. Let me put a bit up to make sure y'all can get what you need. Like, they keep talking about expanding the teams because there's not enough teams for these players who are actually good to play on, which is why so many of these players play overseas and are forced to. That's why Unrivaled was created by Brianna Stewart. Bishop Collier, like, making all these avenues. So if he can make another team in his hometown that's important to him and start a legacy, and it does do well, shout out Jason Tatum. Like, he just got a ring. He's been living his best life. He's having another baby. Celtics is on top right now. He got $200 million to bid. I'm sure maybe somebody advised him the right way. If it doesn't go well, then he'll figure something out. He's still playing in his feet. He's going to get more money. He's going to get those ad money and stuff. Just keep coming in. So, hey, if you can get away with it.
2nd and 10.
Helping the community is remodeling the projects.
We certainly do.
Helping the community is giving careers to girls who dance. Helping them to transition into another lifestyle. That's helping the community.
This is so
I hate when people put money in their pockets for the community. Me as a person, because I watch people do it even when they say great amount of money in your pocket on the expense of the people. That's not helping the community. I just like when people tell the truth.
There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football.
I like people tell the truth.
Traversing downfield.
Look at me, I'm like, hey, I'm telling my truth. I can tell my truth. That's how I feel.
They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let us know what you guys think about Jason Tatum. But that is all the time that we have for today. Maurice, thanks for joining us.
That'll leave him with a
shout out to Tatum Foundation. Shout out.
He's doing his big one.
He's doing his big one. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. I said it.
So it's not that big of a deal.
He's doing his big one.
Ow.
Yeah.
2 yards
all right,
still to go.
y'all. Y'all are watching it is what it is.
They'll try to pick up the pace with Eckler. This is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop it on 4th down.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, but now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there.
Oh, God, get the goddamn 100 yards, bro.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed.
Can I get a face mask or something, bro?
The 26 here.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And Prescott, he's going to change things up here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He gets it to Cooks. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Oh, yeah, man! That's a fucking first!
He's going to be a foot or so short.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Flush to his right.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. Back to throw. Daniels. Got him in. It's Brown. And he will have a Commanders first down. And that should just about do it. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should... So it's Washington getting the victory here. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.
Bad opportunities, man. I got wolves in real life anyway.